What happens if a cake is undercooked in the middle? If your cake is not cooking in the middle, then pop it back into the oven and cover tightly in tin foil. The tin foil will trap the heat and help to cook the inside of your cake. Bake for another 10 to 15 minutes, checking after 5 to 7 minutes to make sure it's working. How do you fix undercooked cake? If, however, the cake has cooled down enough to be warm to the touch or you've sliced into it only to find a liquid center, replace the slice, place it back into the original cake pan, cover it with foil, and place in a low oven, about 300 degrees Fahrenheit or 150 degrees Celsius, until it is baked through. Why is my cake burnt on the outside and raw in the middle? If you find that your cakes are brown on the outside but are still raw on the inside, then it is likely that the oven is too hot. Most cakes are baked at around 180 C 350 F gas mark 4 on the middle shelf of the oven. If the oven is running too high, then you may need to turn it down slightly. Can I microwave an undercooked cake? Try using the microwave. It will finish cooking it in the center. Once you take the cake out of the oven and let it sit, even for 5 minutes, it's a goner. If an underbaked cake is removed from the oven, you basically have about 5 or less minutes to get it back in the oven to finish. Why is my cake still gooey in the middle? The short answer is it hasn't baked long enough. Heat from the oven moves from the outer edges to the center, from all directions. Your oven may be too cool, or you may have used a pan that's too small or the shape not called for, a loaf pan instead of a layer cake pan. Whatever the cause, the cure is longer baking. Why do cakes rise in the middle and crack? According to Mary Berry, of Great British Bake Off fame, cakes crack when the oven temperature is too high or, similarly, when the pan is placed on an incorrect rack. A crust forms early on, but as the inside of the cake continues to cook and rise, this crack crusts. Is it okay to eat slightly undercooked cake? Eating raw cake mixture, dough or batter could land you with a nasty bout of food poisoning, experts have warned. But while you may worry raw eggs are to blame, you would be wrong. But don't worry, your cake and cookies are perfectly fine to eat once they are cooked, as the cooking process kills the bacteria. Can I microwave undercooked cake? Try using the microwave. It will finish cooking it in the center. Once you take the cake out of the oven and let it sit, even for 5 minutes, it's a goner. If an underbaked cake is removed from the oven, you basically have about 5 or less minutes to get it back in the oven to finish. Why is my cake soggy in the middle? If you use more than the required amount of baking agent, then your cake will rise too quickly and end up sinking in the middle, so make sure you follow the recipe closely. Finally, make sure your cake is cooked for the right amount of time. Cooking it for too short a while will result in a soggy, sunken middle. Don't forget to subscribe for more of these videos.